Baron!
Hello, beautiful. How are you?
We don't usually voice.
I'm sorry.
I
This is
just are we breaking up? Maybe it's my side.
sorry. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's coming up. Mm,
Bear with me, guys. We are having some really crazy weather here in the Dominican. It's okay right now, but we've been having crazy winds and really cold weather, and then it got really hot. So just bear with me. I had to cancel most of my calls yesterday because the internet was really so bad. Um, let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, bear with me. If you guys, but it's spotty. Okay, because I have a few other networks. Hold on. Let me see if I can move networks. Maybe video off display. Okay, hold on. Is this better? I have three different networks, so one of them should work, but our internet has just been on and off. So, I mean, it just is what it is. And obviously, I'm going to lead you guys through some things worse. Okay, bear with me. Maybe better now. Okay, I'm going to give it just another few minutes to make sure that we can get it sorted. Um, yeah, and if not, what I'll do is, let's see. Then we might have to reschedule because obviously I don't want you guys being like, oh my gosh, what would be better? Well, let's see if it's better. Like, let me know in the chat if it's better. I'm just going to hold the intention that it gets better because I want to make sure. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Okay, that makes me so happy. Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here. We're going to actually just play and have some fun today. A lot of stuff that's been coming up is just around having fun, play, allowing ourselves to go into those states. We are going to do something light today that is a little on the deeper healing side, but we're not going to go deep because I want to show you how easy it is to actually do healing work. And I want to show you that something like this can actually affect the information that we access in our brain and other parts of our consciousness to actually give us info that we couldn't see before. So let me know if you guys have any questions or need anything before we jump in. And if not, we'll just get started. But I'm really excited for today. And I'm so glad you guys are all here. Oh, okay. It seems like everybody's good. Okay. Well, you guys just let me know if you need anything. Okay. All right. So all I want you to do is I want you, and you can drop it in the chat. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I would love for you to drop it in the chat if you feel safe and comfortable to, the amount of money you want to receive today. And notice I said receive. I didn't say make, I didn't say sell, I didn't say anything, just receive. Because sometimes we get in our own way around what can drop in. And 12K, yeah. And I just want you guys to just feel what that feels like in your body. And I want you guys to play with this for two reasons. The first reason is that whatever we're asking the universe to give us and receive, amazing. We want to make sure it feels safe and doable, but a little edgy, right? Like it can feel a little edgy, but it doesn't need to feel like, oh, fuck no. or that's too much, or that's too big. So just start to notice where your point of attraction is. There's no right or wrong. You can always work on your point of attraction later, whether you're on this call or in between or whatever. But just notice where your point of attraction is. A big part, and what I've been writing a lot of content about recently, lately, I tried to like say both words, is being radically okay with where you are is what actually allows you to quantum leap and do better. It's not that I always want to go bigger, do more, that actually really stresses out your nervous system. So just being okay with where you're at in your body and the amount of money that you want to receive today. And just notice if that number changes. Does that number feel good? Does it feel safe? And just notice all you can about it. Notice if there's any wisdom coming through. There might be memories or sensations. Just notice. We're just noticing. Okay. Now I'm going to ask you guys some questions. And again, we always answer from our body. Our brains usually are in the driver's seat. So this is a space for you to answer from your body and listen to your body and cultivate that relationship. So all these are going to be on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being yes. So I will say them and just let me know if you guys have any questions. But on a scale from 1 to 10, how easy does it feel to receive money today? 10 being yes, it feels easy. How easy does it feel to receive money today? 10 being like, yeah, that feels easy. Notice what your body has to say about that. And if you ever feel like you're having a hard time connecting in, there's two things you can do. You can let me know and just take a breath and sometimes just arrive. We are going to do some grounding and other work in a minute, but I want to ask you these questions before we ground in. The other thing that you can do that's really powerful is just pretend. Good to notice. Okay. The next one is, how likely is it that I'll receive the money I desire today? 10 being, yep, that's going to happen. That's what's up. And just noticing where you're at, where your body's at, where your point of attraction is. Oh, good to notice. And we'll get to that in just a minute. How possible is it that you will receive the money you desire today? I notice again that I'm saying receiving. I'm not saying making or anything like that. I'm just saying receiving because the universe has funny ways of dropping things in, whether that's out of nowhere or somebody hiring you on the street or a referral or some great uncle you didn't know about dying and giving you money. We just never know. Our job is just to align and feel good about it. Yeah, good to notice. And the thing is like consciously, there's probably not a reason, but there is a reason. I promise. There's sometimes it's not so aware. And it's funny because a lot of the content I've been writing recently, I was up super late last night just writing content because I got like in the zone and I'm just ready to like get things because now that I have a team, I've got a lot of support to like get my business back on track with marketing. But a lot of things that I was talking about is like knowing why. Like a lot of people do really well in my world is to know why our bodies do stuff, why our brains allow us or not like deny access to certain information. And I think one thing that I could always teach you guys is that you do know why. There's always a reason why. There's everything that we do or don't do is to feel and experience something or to avoid feeling and experiencing something. And once we get really clear on why, like it's very, very easy. Well, simple. I don't want to say easy, simple to get there, right? Breaking up. Let me see if I can change that. Can can you guys hear me? I just want you guys to drop it in the chat. Yeah. Because if we make a decision, if we make a decision, because we're already 15 minutes in, that I need to make the decision now to reschedule. Because if I keep going and it's not good, then it just won't be good and I won't reschedule. So you guys get to make that choice. If you're like, hey, we can get it in between because it's hard because I don't know reschedule. It's good now. Okay. Um, Margot, do you have, yeah, exactly. Margot, do you have any sort of input to this? Because obviously I want you guys to, yeah, exactly. And we are going to do some visualization and hypnosis. Okay, it's good now. Okay, all right. I'm going to try one more time. And then if it goes out one more time, we're going to reschedule. How about that? Okay, all right. So back into it. How possible is it for you to receive the money that you desire? And I kind of went off on a tangent about something and I don't even know what it was, but oh, about why, about knowing the why and understanding the reasons why and stuff like that, right? Because I'm the person that if once I understand why, my brain will automatically start to rewire the neural networks because it's like, oh, I get it. It's not me. It's just my cute little brain, right? So if you're a why person, just clocking that of like, oh, there's no reason. Do I know that for sure? Right? Because there is a reason, and allowing that wisdom to come through if that feels safe and comfortable. Okay. The next one is how worthy are you of receiving the money you desire today? Or, um, how deserving are you of receiving the money you desire today? And how safe is it? Sorry, there's a spider on me. Yeah, jungle living, right? There's always creepy crawlies crawling on me and in my bed and in my bathroom and all the things. You guys know, two of you, I know for sure you're in the jungle. You're in the jungle too, right? Yeah. It's jungle living. Okay. So now I just want you to just notice. We're not going to go into it yet, but I just want you to notice that if I asked you to write 50 ways that you could receive money today, how easy does that feel? Try to give it like a number because we're not going to do it yet. But it's like, does that feel easy? Or you're like, fuck yeah, I know I'm going to get resourceful. I could be a stripper. I can babysit. Like I can sell my clothes. Or are you kind of like, no? Because I want you to start noticing that sometimes it's not even about money. It's just about being resourceful and the receptivity of the energy of abundance. You could totally find ways. Good to notice. Good to notice. We're just noticing because there is an energy to receptivity. There is an energy of to being resourceful, right? Yeah. So just noticing if that's easy for you or if it's hard, right? And so now, when you guys are ready, we're going to ground in and I'm going to take you guys on a little adventure. And it's going to be it's going to be very light. It's going to be a little healing, but mostly it's just going to focus on feeling good. So I would just love if you guys could drop it in the chat, first of all, like, yes, I'm fucking ready to feel good. And second of all, if there's any sort of resistance around just feeling good without doing any of the work to take out the bad, because you guys know that I do a lot of this, like take out the bad. I don't really believe in bad, but unaligned and fill it with the good. So just noticing a few things, right? So the first thing is like, am I ready to just fucking feel good? Feel good about money, feel good about receiving, feel good about being in my power to getting resourceful, to creating what the fuck I want like today, right now. And or being so in alignment that I fucking receive it anyways. Right. There's 100 ways, but I have resistance to doing it. Why do you have resistance to doing it? See what comes through when I ask for that. No offense. That's okay. Oh my gosh. Hey, congratulations. I don't exactly know the full story, but I am so celebrating you, and I'm sure the others are too. Of this is your last week of being an employee. So celebrating you with that, and no worries. Thank you so much for letting us know. And no worries at all. Okay, right? Okay. So all I want you guys to do is kind of ground in and like go through, watch the replays. You know, if that feels good to you, there's a ton in there. So I don't want to seem needy. Yeah, good to notice. And so hopefully at the end of this, you won't feel so needy. You'll just feel like really aligned and like desire with your money. This sensation. Good to notice. Okay. So we're just going to ground in. And I want to invite you guys because I would imagine, Margot, I don't know a lot about you and your background, but I know you do manifestation. So I imagine you know some grounding in techniques. I know the other two of you definitely do, but if you guys need me to help you, let me know. But you guys know my favorite for brain heart coherence is just breathing in light from the top of your crown chakra, from the root of your crown chakra, and imagining light, and whenever light feels really like calming to the nervous system, meeting at the heart and then breathing out that color. I do that at least 3 times, and that will get you into brain body coherence really fast, right? So it's kind of looks like this. It's breathing in this light. Mine's like light lavender and purple, breathing in, breathing in, breathing in this color meeting at my heart, breathing out. So it kind of goes out in front of me and around me, and then it circles back in, right? Back into the crown of my head, to the root chakra, breathing in, breathing in, breathing in. If you need to go longer and take a deeper breath, that's fine. Meeting at your heart, breathing out. Notice your body will already start to shift. Making sure that when you're doing this, that your shoulders are relaxed and back away from your ears, your jaw is unhinged, and that you're straight and aligned, but you're comfortable, right? Your body's stiff and rigid. Again, breathing in through the crown of your chakra and your base of your spine, breathing in as long and deep as you can. Meeting at the heart. Oh, breathing out. And you'll already notice that there's been some shifts happening, right? And so all I want you to do is I just want you to just stay in this energy for just a minute. And all I want you to imagine is that this feeling of relaxation is a color. It could be the same color that you just breathed in. It could be a different color, whatever color relaxation is to you. And if you don't know, pretend. Just pick a color that feels relaxing, right? And as you kind of start to infuse this feeling in your body, sorry, I'm just moving the papers around, in your body with this color of relaxation, just notice. Just notice how you're feeling. Notice any memories that might come forward. Notice any resistance if it's there, or it might just be, fuck yeah, I have a minute to just ground in and be with me, right? Just noticing. And now I want you to imagine that we're going to fuse this color with a lot of things. So pick what resonates with you. Have fun doing this. Pretend it's your coloring book, it's your movie. You just get like my invitation to you is have as much fun and joy and childlike curiosity playing with this, right? Strength. What color is strength to you? Security. What color and sensations come with security? Breathing it in, breathing it out. Love. And I'm talking like deep, unconditional, I love you without condition love. Notice what that feels like in your body. Notice the sensations, notice the colors, notice the shifts in your body language. Compassion. Compassion is a very powerful, elevated emotion. And if colors don't do it for you, notice if there's shapes. I love colors, but notice if there's shapes. Notice if there's like inanimate objects or animate objects. Like, just notice what comes up for you that represents these things that I'm saying. They all get to be there. There's no wrong way to do it. Peace and security. And you'll notice as you infuse this, your body will start to shift. You'll have either some like yawns or some stretches. If you don't, that's okay too. But mine does this a lot. A lot of my clients will do this. As you start to infuse feel good sensations, right? Just noticing how that feels in your body. Notice how the colors change. It might be one different color. It might be a swirl of colors. It might be glittery. It might be golden and diamond encrusted. Like, be extra. Do whatever feels good to you. Just allow yourself to play. Allow yourself to be that child that's just like, I want to make things beautiful. I want to be creative. I want to do what feels good for me. And the last thing I want to ask you to infuse, that's probably one of the highest levels, is gratitude. Gratitude for yourself for choosing to do work in this way. Gratitude for everyone on this call and in this community. I see all of you and I'm so grateful for you. I'm also grateful that you choose to do this work in this way, because that goes out and helps other people heal and do work. Just gratitude for all of it, even the struggle sometimes, because there's so much wisdom in that, right? And if you can't find gratitude in the struggle, that's fine. But if you can, that's really powerful, right? Meet yourself where you are. So now all I want you to do is I want you to imagine that there is a time machine in front of you. And I want you to just make this time machine look cool as fuck. Like whatever that looks like to you. It could be like a DeLorean kind of thing from Back to the Future. Could be this golden elevator, like Willy Wonka style, like whatever, right? Just imagine what feels fun and like curious, where it's like, if I get in this, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? And it's like, you're going to go do something amazing, but you're also kind of like, oh, okay, let's see, right? And just allow your imagination to take you there. And I want you to get into this time machine. And I want you to get in, and it's like an elevator on the inside, there's buttons, right? And I want you to just intuitively know what button you need to press to the moment in time you need to go back to. Guys, it can be in this lifetime, it could be in a past life, it can be in another life. Some of my clients go back to the womb. Just trust that you know, and your level of this consciousness knows exactly where to go. For you to go and give this color, to give this love, to give this sensation, to give these thoughts and feelings and wisdom to a different version of you, a younger or different version of you, right? That's the intention. It's just, you know, intuitively where to go to give this feeling and color, right? Get in, press the button. You're off. Where do you go? And it's probably a younger version of you, but it might just be a different version of you. That's okay. Just let whatever comes forward come forward. And maybe let me know when you're there, because I know where we're at, but just maybe nod when you're like, oh, I've got this version. And it might not be any particular memory, it might just be the version of you. I'm just going to hold space. Just observe the shifting sensations. And just let me know when you arrive at this version of you that you intuitively know needs wisdom, needs to be seen and heard and loved, but also needs the sensations and the emotions and the thoughts and the patterns that go along with safety, security, power, empathy, love. And if anything comes up, that's okay too. You are allowed to process and be wherever you are on your journey. Right? If you guys could just maybe nod your head and let me know that you're there, so I know where we're at on our process. Yeah, wonderful. Thank you. And you just get to have a conversation. And that conversation can be deep if it needs to be, but it could also just be like, hey, babe, I see you and I've got you. And here's this amazing unicorn and, glitter wand and a bar of chocolate, like whatever it needs. Let yourself go and give you whatever you need. It can be deep, it can be a conversation. It can just be, I love you, and here's everything that you need, and here's some wisdom. Just trust your process, trust what's coming forward, trust what that version of you needs. And take as long as you need here. But what I will ask is that I want it to get to a place where you are starting to have fun with this version of yourself. You guys are playing, you're laughing, it feels light. I want you to leave it there. And so you just take all the time you need here, and maybe let me know once you get to a place you're like, yeah, they're good. Right? You take all the time you need. There's no rush. This is your process, your experience, and I've got you. And everybody on this call has got you. You are so supported and so loved and so seen on your journey. Hmm. And you guys take all the time you need, but if you are at a natural progression at the end where you're like, yeah, there's a lot of play happening, because I want to show you that it's one of the highest emotions that we could ever bring into our manifestation process: play, childlike curiosity, wonder. And once you've done that, I just want you to think that version of you and just say, oh my gosh, thank you for reminding me what it feels like. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Just thank you for this process and for this time together. Because that version of you is actually a bridge to the next level of yourself. And I'll show you how that's going to work in a minute. But just with all the time you guys need. And if you get done with that, I want you to start working on a list of all the ways that you can receive money today, that from this place of just like pure, just like, no, there's no hard, there's no pushing, there's no forcing, there's nothing like that. It's just pure curiosity, pure, I wonder, right? And I want you to just start writing down all the ways that you can make money. And there's a few strategic reasons for doing this. But when we allow ourselves to do lists like this, the first little bit will actually be our conscious, but as we keep going, it'll start getting into our unconscious. But then it also signals that I am resourceful, I am strong, I know exactly what to do, right? But I just want you to notice if it feels different, if it feels easier, or if there's one thing that comes out that feels like, oh, I hadn't thought about that, or oh, I forgot about that. Just notice that your brain actually allows you to access different parts of your brain that hold different parts of information based on your level of attraction, but also how safe you feel, how worthy you feel, how just calm you feel. We can access different levels of information. Guys, your brain processes millions of bits of data per second. And that information doesn't go away, it gets indexed. And there is some information, there's on that from a scientific perspective in the resources tab in Heartbeat, if you guys want to know more about that. But process, there's more synaptic connections in our brain than there are stars in the galaxy. So when people come to me and they say, I don't know the next way, I don't know how to make money, I don't know what to do, what they're really saying is, I do know, but I don't feel safe, or I don't feel worthy, or whatever their story is, to access the information that I do actually know. And the reason I tell you this is to give you your power back. I want you guys to start realizing your power, that you do know. And I want you to start noticing what it feels like to be resourceful, but from a place of not desperation, but from, ooh, this just gets to be fun. You guys just write your little hand off. Go crazy, go wild. And then we're going to do a visualization process with manifesting, receiving what you desire. But we're not going to do that quite yet. I just want you guys to get into receptivity and resourcefulness and abundance through this of like, wait a minute, I can make money. Wait a minute, I'm safe. Wait a minute, I'm good. Right? You guys just take all the time you need to. Just let me know where you guys are at. If you feel like you're coming to a place you're like, I'm feeling resourceful. All right, I got this. Because it's about feeling resourceful and powerful in your body. A lot of people will tell you that they want money for like freedom and security, and that's true. But a lot of times it's to know our own power, to know that we do create our reality, to know that we can create dynamics where we receive what we desire when we allow ourselves to receive. That's really the truth. We just have to be in receptive energy without being too like esoteric woo-woo about it. But it's true. So, yeah. All right. I feel like Renee's been a little like, yeah, okay. So Susie, just let me know when you're ready. I don't want anybody to feel like rushed or anything. But I also don't want you guys sitting there being like, okay, what are we doing? I'm not kidding, guys. When I did this process, like, yeah, if you can, the first time I did this process, like 3 years ago, stripper was on mine. And guys, I'm never going to be a stripper. Like, okay, never say never, but like 99.9%, I'm probably never going to be a stripper. I learned a long time ago never to say never to the universe because the universe will slap you so hard. So I never say never, but very unlikely. But that the point was just to get resourceful, get my brain in that receptivity. But you can also, it's not just to make money, it's receiving. It could be like just allow yourself to get into a flow, right? It's like sell each offer. Each offer can be, yeah, pushing all boundaries. It can be um and if you're really struggling with money, then allow yourself the in of receptivity of just receiving. So then it could be receiving a coffee, receiving a compliment. If you're really struggling with this and your brain is really having a hard time, find your in. If your in is, I don't believe it was money, but I can receive something, then start there, right? But what looks like is like I could babysit, I could sell my clothes, I could be a stripper, like I could sell this offer and this offer. I could go and I've never sold this before, but I'm really lit up about it. I've actually done this, guys. I get these like drop ins and I'm like, oh my God, like this is so excited and go on my Instagram and sell it and actually sell those things out. It's the first group program I ever did. I did like a 4 or 5 week mini mind and I sold out that offer just by that because I just got so inspired that I literally just got online and was like, I'm doing this and I don't even exactly know what this is, but I'm going to sell it. And people bought it because I think it was an energy behind it. Right. And just like, I, I just was in an energy. Right. I literally had to consciously choose to accept people to hand me stuff, etc. What do you mean by hand you stuff? Like, you mean like to receive easily? Is that what you mean? Zuzu, can you hear me? I don't know if my internet. Oh yeah. Like what? Oh yeah. I mean, but I understand I'm the same way, but that's more of okay, ask yourself, can I or do I know what it feels like? Because I feel you, I'm the same way. I literally had a conversation in the DMs this morning around somebody just like dropping stuff in the DMs, and I was like, "Hey, there's no consent here. Please don't send me DMs about stuff like this," because I also it's a boundary thing, and so my part of my work is having to learn how to be in receptive energy within my boundaries. So then the question becomes, do I know what it feels like to be in receptive energy, but to things that I only desire? Because somebody handing you a flyer is very different from somebody buying you dinner. So do you know what that feels like in your body? Can you sit in that and be like, wait a minute, that's a very different thing. It's the same thing with wanting attention from guys. I don't want people catcalling me. I want conscious, attention and contract that it feels like a no because the trade would be insane. So I would get really clear for something like that is I think there's two things. The first thing is that so how do I want to articulate this? Because I don't want to project anything. Because I don't want to murky your intuition on it, right? Is when we get things like that, we're almost close. It's like, well, we got all these opportunities, but nothing feels right. There's a reason why. There's something out of alignment in our brain body connection. Do you have any intuitive sense of why that is? I think it's something probably to do with like, wait a minute, I am open to receiving. This is more of a lesson in how to hold my boundaries and how to ask for what I want within that boundary, is what it sounds like. And so that just becomes the work, right? The work is, oh, wait a minute. I get to say what I'm open to. And the way that I reinforce that is by raising my standards and setting my boundaries and knowing that I'm firm in that and how to navigate that, how to feel safe in that, how to to do that in a way where you actually trust yourself to hold it. A lot of times we'll try to set boundaries or we'll try to have XYZ and we're so wobbly in it that we don't really trust ourselves to do it. And then it feels kind of wishy-washy. It's kind of like, oh, right. And so that's just an invitation. It's an uncomfortable invitation, but it really is just an invitation to get clear on the part of you that doesn't feel safe to hold it and do that healing work around that version of you. So then you're like, wait a minute, it's okay if people get mad at me. It's okay if people hate me. It's okay if people do things that I don't like because I'm so okay with it and me that that's their problem. And guys, it's not a one and done thing. I still like 9 times out of 10 stuff like that doesn't bother me, but every once in a while I have a weird day and somebody will do something like that and it bothers me. And then I have to sit down with it and be like, am I tired? Am I hungry? Am I PMSing? Or am I really bothered? Or both, right? Like, and then get clear on why. Because anytime we're bothered, it's just, I know this sounds like, I feel like a broken record. It's literally just an invitation to heal the thing. And the reason that things will come up and out so fucking hard, like relentlessly, is because it's literally asking you to do it and you're not listening. So that's why oftentimes the most chaotic times in our life, on the other side of it, is the most freedom and the biggest success because it's the last final push of the stuff that we really didn't want to let go of. Does that make sense what I'm saying? I kind of went on a tangent there. So let me know if that makes sense. Okay. All right. So where are we at with the numbers? Where are y'all at with like how many numbers you have? And if you don't have a lot. I just want you guys, because the next part is that I want you to visualize, and I'm going to walk you through the visualization, but I want to do it from a place where you do feel resourceful and strong. These are the two things that I want to show you, that when you visualize, when you manifest from this place of, I desire it, but I don't need it, I want to show you what that can do, because it's a powerful place to ask from. It's a powerful, powerful place. So just drop it in the chat. Let me know on a scale. How about this? On a scale from 1 to 10, how resourceful do I feel right now? 10 being like, yeah, I feel resourceful. But I think that's not, I don't think that's what it is. I don't think it's that you don't feel resourceful. I think you're afraid of being resourceful. And so you have to work on that fear. And so again, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but go watch my tapping trainings and they'll teach you how to tap on that to release the fear. Does it seem like a fear for you? Because you told me I'm resourceful as fuck. I know how to make money. There's people at my door wanting to pay me all the time. I just don't feel safe to receive, and because of these hard to hold clients or boundaries, or the story, like my story, I don't know what yours is, but my story is everybody wants something from me. I feel exhausted by that. But so what happens is my brain will just tell me the story. I don't know what to do. I'm not resourceful. But it's not true. It's just trying to keep me safe from, well, hey, if you do that and then you repeat these old patterns and then you have hard to hold clients and people always wanting you and you're exhausted, stay here. This is more simple and easy than that. It's not true that you're not resourceful. So put it in your body. How does resourcefulness feel in your body? And maybe you get up and you move and you say, okay, I'm having a hard time with this. So I'm going to get up and I'm going to move my body and stand up. Or I'm sorry. The universe does not want me, not the universe, but you know what I mean. Like there's some resistance to this because look at how hard it is for me to like teach this to you guys. Move your body, stand up, because I feel like that's a more resourceful receptivity thing, is to stand and be like, I do feel powerful. I do know what to do. I do know how to get what I desire. Yeah. So like move. And then I want you guys to notice, and I'll stand up with you guys, like what that feels like in your body, right? Like, how does it feel to be powerful and resourceful and like know that like I can create my reality and that I do know how to make money, even if it's just $1, right? Like if you're really struggling with this, just find your in where it's like, wait a minute, I could sell these gold earrings. I could ask somebody for money. I could offer to baby house sit somebody's house and have free rent. Like get resourceful. You guys do. You guys are powerful, resourceful women. I don't believe for 1 second that you guys do not know how to be resourceful. And with resourcefulness comes this empowerment, not ego power, healthy, integrated. I am the creator of my reality and I know what to do and I've got this, right? So stand there, feel that. Notice that version of you. Is she there? That version of you that's like, I am resourceful as fuck and I feel safe to be resourceful. Where is she at? Is she close? Is she far away? Is she black and white? Is she colorful? Where is she? Right? And all I want you to do is I want you to make her, well, maybe you ask her. Let's start there. Ask her what she needs for her to come closer, right? Listen to what she has to say, because that version of you is here. And maybe she's right here and you just need to step into her. Notice if she's close. Also, work with the different visuals of making her really bright and big and colorful, and making her in a way like changing the visual and what, or the audio or the kinesthetic, which is the feeling, to make it feel like she's close and that it feels safe for you guys to integrate. Okay. And if you're struggling with that, ask her, what do you need to come closer? What do you need for me and you to integrate? Because you're really just a part of me. What do you need to feel safe? And just notice what comes forward. And now all I want you to do is just imagine the color of power, healthy integrated power. What color is that? Mine is like this yellow, kind of orange, kind of gold. I'm always a little extra, so mine always have like gold and like sparkles and shit in it. So just notice what that color feels like. Breathe it in. Notice how your body shifts. Notice if your body is in receptivity where your hands are up. This is not receptivity, just FYI. This is very much like, I'm not doing this, right? So open your body up. Breathe deeply. And if you're still struggling with this, bring in that old color that I had you do earlier with the younger version of you. Maybe that's where our in is. This old color that we gave to that younger version of ourselves. Can we bring that in? And notice immediately that your body might start to shift. Sorry, I gotta sit back down for a second, but notice that your body starts to shift based on who you're being, how you're standing, and the color that you're allowing in. If color doesn't work for you, then shapes or other visuals or sounds or feelings. Deep, deep, deep breath. And once you feel ready, and again, if you're like, I don't know, just pretend. This is literally your movie. You're the director. You can do whatever you want. This movie can be cartoon, it can be animated, it can be real life. Just allow yourself a paintbrush and have some fun here. And all I want you to do is imagine the most like sensual, like fun, like I can't believe this happened story of receiving money. And it might be, wow, somebody just referred me. Somebody literally just saw my product and like DM'd me and sent a pay in full payment. This guy, I didn't even know I was related, right? I know. Like celebrate that. Celebrate that. This guy that I didn't even know I was related to just passed away and gave me $10,000. Just notice what feels doable, but also feels really juicy, almost like this titillating story of like, man, let me tell you what happened. And you guys know I have a lot of these. And a lot of times it's because I visualize them on some level. And if visualization doesn't work for you, then create a movie. Like, do whatever works for you. Because like people will say, oh, I don't know how to visualize. But if I say, well, visualize the color of your first car, and you're like, yeah, it was black. Well, where did that information come from? It came from somewhere, even if you can't visualize. This is what I mean by pretend. Maybe you experience visualization differently, but you can visualize. And now I just want you to bring in this feeling of anything is possible. And if you struggle with that, go back to a time when you were young and you had this feeling of, wow, everything is just so amazing. Like I will be very real with you guys. I love mushrooms. They're part of my medicine. And so sometimes when I do like mushrooms in ceremony, I get this feeling of like anything is possible and I'm so connected. Right. So go back to there if you know what that feels like. You know that feeling of I'm connected. I am everything around me. And the most important thing is that you feel it in your body. I don't care what your brain is saying, that you feel it in your body of like anything is fucking possible. I just have to get out of my own way and allow myself to receive it. What does that feel like? What does it feel like to feel like I have no idea what the universe is trying to give me? But I do know that it's trying to give me something. And if something isn't manifesting, it's only because I don't feel safe to experience it or worthy or whatever the story is. It's not because it's not there. It's literally we just can't see the path forward. And I just want you to go crazy. I want you to imagine all these amazing things of what that looks like. So, however you want to receive the money, however that life looks like, maybe you just notice how you move your body. Maybe you notice how you hold yourself. Maybe you notice the attention that you get from others or the type of men or women you attract in. Like, just notice what that feels like to move through this world in a way where you're like, anything is possible. I just have to get out of my own way to receive it. Because I promise you that there right now is a way that you could receive money without force, with just allowing it to just fucking be easy. It might be, wow, I talked to this person like 5 months ago, and for some odd reason, they just popped into my brain. Maybe I should circle back around with them. That happens a lot to me where I'll just intuitively get a hit for somebody. And I mean, I'm not a big DMer. I don't like to connect in that way. But I'll connect with somebody and they're like, this makes so much sense of why you DM me. I actually need this exact type of support. This happens to me all the time. Allow yourself to be open to these hits of inspiration and intuition. Guys, everybody is intuitive, and a big part of my goal with my work is to help women know their power, but also know how to trust and listen to their own intuition so they can have stories like these. I'm not the only one that has these. I'm not special in that sense. You guys can have these stories too. So here we are. Anything is possible. Here I am. How does that feel in my body? I am connected. I am in receptivity. And I'm here to receive. I'm here to receive the money I desire, but also any wisdom and insights. I'm here to listen. If you have something to say or you want me to hear, I'm here to listen. Try that. See what comes through when you speak in that way. I'm open. I'm here. I'm listening. Notice what comes forward. Notice how that feels. Notice how it feels to just be here and just ask and just be receptive. What comes through? What comes forward? And I'm going to leave you guys with some homework. I want you guys to go wild and crazy, literally writing out. So, Renee, you have a lot of homework. I'm circling back around with you in Slack. And by the way, the other homework was, I think, just 20 ideas. I'll Slack it to you, but 20 reasons why you want to work with the unaligned client. Right? Yeah, okay, good. I sent, okay, good. I sent you a message about it. Anyways, I'm not going to take up time with that, but I got your message and I'm working through it. But that was the only thing. That was it. I didn't want to give you too much this week, but I want you guys to go wild and I want you to write out a story of what happened as if it's already happened. I woke up, I got a call from my mom. Our great uncle, I didn't even know passed away, and he left me X amount of money. But I want you to like do it in a way where there's so much like, guys, I'm going to be very real with you. I don't talk about this very often because I try to be mindful of how woo-woo I am, because there is a part of me that's very scientific and I love bridging that gap, but I am extremely woo-woo. I have manifested some crazy shit. I have literally sat down, and not even on purpose, I intuitively just know how to do it and visualize in a way that was so real, like a conversation with somebody. I'll give you that example. A conversation in Costa Rica, specifically with a certain guy, down to the exact conversation, the exact words that he said, like kind of like this, I want him to say these things to me. I want us to engage in this dynamic. And it literally happened. And it's not the first time it's happened. But find your in. Don't force it. Find, and if love or money is too far away, what can you do? It might just be like, I remember I was in like a group once and we were doing this type of work and somebody said what were they asking to manifest? And they just asked for a sign. And it was like so uncanny what the universe gave them. Like they asked for something and the way it showed up was just like I think it was like a piece of jewelry, and then somebody literally out of nowhere like gave her this piece of jewelry that was literally down to a T, like exactly what she had imagined it. Like, guys, these things happen. We don't and you guys know I don't teach this very often. It's very rare that we do this work in this container because I'm all about the grounded action. I want you guys in action, but sometimes I feel intuitively that we just need to have some fun and some play. And every once in a while, I'll do something like this. But this is, I love teaching you guys this, but it's not a reliable way to manifest money every day. But you can just have fun with this. So I want you to just go wild. And I want you to write the most descriptive, luxurious, just like, man, if I could create a conversation, if I could create a dynamic, if I could create a story of how I received this money, what would it be? And just let yourself go wild. Have zero attachment to it. Man, wouldn't that be amazing if that happened? Get it, like, allow yourself to get all jazzed about it, like not, overly jazzed because I don't teach that, but you know what I mean. Just like, yeah, that feels good. And then send it into the universe and let that shit go. You're welcome, babe. Let it go. And another thing that I'm going to say very quickly is to just say it out loud what you want. A lot of times, just asking, like I've been working with just saying out loud. I saw somebody that I know that does manifestation work. And I like to just try things out just to like try and tell you guys how it goes. But she said something like, having a way for somebody to pay you on your website or Instagram or whatever, right? And then asking, because you have to have a way for somebody to pay you, and then asking to receive that amount of money, right? So that might look like, and I think the language pattern was really simple. It was something like, I would like to receive X amount of money. Mother, Father, God, what's it? I would like to receive $5,000 today. Mother, Father, God, thank you. Something like that. So whatever that version of that looks like to you, but speaking it out loud and actually declaring that you desire it, if you do, you gotta actually want it. You gotta actually desire it. And if you're still not wanting or desiring it, work on that fear. There's a part of you that doesn't want to receive. Okay, then go and work on that part, right? But once you actually can get your brain and body and all parts of you on board with actually desiring and receiving what you want, then you just ask for it. And it really does get to be that simple. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this was fun. The intention was for you guys to just have some fun and let me know how it goes. And then, of course, next week we'll be back to our regular programming of me being a little more strategic about things. But sometimes I just like to have some fun like this and teach you guys just some fun manifestation processes. Okay. So let me know if you guys need anything. In the meantime, I'm in the group. If you have any questions, need support, I'm there. You're so welcome. Let me know how it goes. Much love, guys. Bye.